Did you know that Niccolo Machiavelli wasn't just a political theorist, but also a poet, a playwright, and a musician? Yes, this is the fascinating realm of the multifaceted genius who was born in the heart of the Renaissance era in Florence, Italy. Machiavelli, an individual whose name tends to evoke a sense of cunning, was far more than just a political strategist. He was an artist, a lover of words, sounds, and thoughts. His works in the field of literature, such as Dictionari, a poem in terza rima, and The Mandrake, a satirical play, stand testament to his prowess as a poet and a playwright. His musical compositions, although not as well known as his literary works, further illustrate his diverse talents. Born in the year 1469, Machiavelli was raised in a family that believed in the value of education. This belief set the foundation for his extensive knowledge and understanding of classical literature and political philosophy. His upbringing in the politically charged environment of Florence, a city-state known for its tumultuous political climate, shaped his views and theories, which would later become revolutionary. Machiavelli, a man of complexities and contradictions, became a diplomat and a civil servant, navigating the treacherous waters of politics and power. His experiences in the political arena provided him with the insights that would later form the basis of his most famous work, The Prince. However, it's crucial to remember that Machiavelli was not just a man of politics and power. He was a man of culture, of art, and of intellect. His works in the fields of literature and music reveal a side of him that is often overlooked, a side that showcases his creativity and his passion for the arts. Intriguing, isn't it? How a man of so many talents could become synonymous with cunning and duplicity. Let's delve deeper. The Prince, Machiavelli's most famous work, was not published until 5 years after his death. This book, a treatise on political power, became a cornerstone of modern political theory, and its influence is felt even today. But what makes The Prince so compelling? At its core, The Prince presents a philosophy that is both simple and radical. The end justifies the means. This means that the ultimate goal, in this case the maintenance of political power, justifies whatever steps are necessary to achieve it. It's a philosophy that prioritizes results over ethics, outcomes over methods. In a world where success is often measured by the end rather than the means, this philosophy resonates deeply. But let's not forget, this wasn't a philosophy born out of a vacuum. It was a product of the turbulent political landscape of Renaissance Italy, where power was fleeting and survival was uncertain. Machiavelli was a keen observer of human nature and understood that people, especially those in power, often acted out of self-interest. He channeled this understanding into The Prince, creating a guide for leaders that was rooted in reality, not idealism. The Prince's influence on political thought is immense. It has been studied, criticized, and adapted by countless leaders, philosophers, and scholars throughout history. It has shaped our understanding of power, leadership, and strategy. Its pragmatic approach to leadership, focusing on the harsh realities of political life, has become a blueprint for many leaders. However, Machiavelli's philosophy is not without its critics. Some argue that it promotes a cynical view of human nature and encourages unethical behavior. But regardless of the controversy, the influence of The Prince and its philosophy is undeniable. So what can we learn from The Prince? Perhaps it's that power is not about idealism, but about understanding reality. It's about recognizing that the world is not as we wish it to be, but as it is. And it's about knowing that sometimes the end does justify the means. Machiavelli's pragmatic approach to leadership was revolutionary, but it's his philosophy we carry with us today. The term Machiavellian is often associated with manipulation, but is that all there is to it? Let's delve into the world around us, the realm of business strategies, the sphere of personal relationships, and the intricate dynamics of our daily lives. Here, Machiavellianism isn't just a concept, it's a lived reality. Consider a business negotiation. The art of persuasion, the delicate balance of give and take. Isn't this a microcosm of Machiavellian strategy? It's not about duping the other party, but understanding their motivations, their desires, their fears. From this understanding, we can craft a deal that benefits both parties. It's a dance of minds, and at its core, it's Machiavellian. Venture now into the realm of personal relationships. That friend who always seems to know the right thing to say, the right time to say it, and the right way to say it. They're not manipulating you, they're understanding you. They're applying a Machiavellian understanding of human nature. They're navigating the complex web of human emotions, motivations, and desires. And in doing so, they're strengthening your relationship, not undermining it. But Machiavellianism isn't just about understanding others, it's about understanding ourselves. Our motivations, our desires, our fears. It's about recognizing our own Machiavellian tendencies, not to manipulate others, but to better understand and navigate our world. Machiavellianism, in its purest form, is a tool to understand the world around us, to navigate complex social situations, to build stronger relationships, and to achieve our goals. It's about strategy, not deceit. It's about understanding, not manipulation. Yes, it can be used negatively, but like any tool, its use is determined by the wielder, not the tool itself. It's about how we choose to use our understanding, our strategies, our Machiavellianism. Machiavellianism, then, is not about deceit but strategy, not about manipulation but understanding human nature. Ever wondered what Machiavelli's philosophy could teach you about personal growth? Machiavelli, a name synonymous with cunning, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of human nature. But what does this have to do with personal growth? A lot, as it turns out. Machiavelli's philosophy isn't just about gaining power, it's about understanding the world around us and how we fit into it. It's about recognizing the motivations of others as well as our own. It's about being true to our nature, but also being flexible enough to adapt when circumstances change. Let's consider this. Machiavelli believed that humans were naturally self-interested. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. It means understanding that at our core we're driven by our own needs and desires. Recognizing this allows us to focus on what truly matters to us and strive for it with all our might. It provides a clear direction for personal growth. Machiavelli also emphasized the importance of strategic thinking. In life, as in politics, we're often faced with complex situations that require careful planning and strategy. By adopting a Machiavellian approach, we can better navigate these challenges. We can make decisions that not only benefit us in the short term, but also contribute to our long-term growth and development. But perhaps the most important lesson from Machiavelli for personal growth is his understanding of human nature. Machiavelli recognized that people are complex, driven by a range of emotions and motivations. By understanding this, we can better understand ourselves and others. We can empathize more deeply, communicate more effectively, and build stronger relationships. And these are all key components of personal growth. So the next time you're faced with a challenge, remember Machiavelli. Consider your motivations, think strategically, and strive to understand the complexities of human nature. Embrace the Machiavellian mindset not as a power-hungry ruler, but as an individual striving for personal growth. The more we understand ourselves and others, the more we grow. That's the essence of Machiavellian philosophy. What if you embraced the Machiavellian mindset? What would change? Imagine a world where you perceive every action, every decision as a chess move, strategically planned to bring you closer to your goals. This is the Machiavellian mindset, a perspective that champions strategic thinking and understanding human nature. In the grand chessboard of life, a Machiavellian thinker is not just a pawn, but the player, maneuvering pieces with precision and calculating each move with the endgame in mind. This mindset encourages us to take the reins of our lives, to be proactive rather than reactive, to shape our destiny instead of being shaped by it. And to shape that destiny, one must understand the chess pieces, the people we interact with daily. Machiavelli believed in the predictability of human nature, that people are driven by the same fundamental desires: power, security, and recognition. By understanding these motivations, you can anticipate actions, influence decisions, and navigate the social labyrinth with greater ease. But isn't Machiavellian thinking manipulative, you might ask? Well, let's consider for a moment the idea that the end justifies the means. This is perhaps one of the most controversial aspects of Machiavellian philosophy, yet it's integral to this mindset. It's not about being unscrupulous or ruthless, but rather recognizing that sometimes achieving meaningful, impactful ends might require unconventional means. It's about pragmatism over idealism, about doing what needs to be done to reach your goals. A word of caution, though. This mindset isn't about exploiting others for personal gain. It's about understanding the rules of the game and playing it well. It's about being strategic, bold, and adaptable. It's about recognizing opportunities where others see obstacles, about turning adversity into advantage. So, what if you embraced the Machiavellian mindset? What would change? Well, you might find yourself more in control of your life, more strategic in your decisions, more understanding of those around you, more adaptable in the face of challenges. You might just find that you're not just surviving, but thriving. Embracing a Machiavellian mindset could be your key to success. 500 years later, why does Machiavelli's philosophy still resonate with us, you may wonder? In our dynamic and fast-paced world, some might argue that the teachings of a man from the Renaissance period would be obsolete. But here's where we beg to differ. Machiavelli's philosophy, encapsulated in his seminal work, The Prince, still echoes in our modern society. His ideas of power, manipulation, and pragmatism are more relevant now than ever. In our current realm of politics, business, and even personal relationships, Machiavellian tactics are employed, often subconsciously. Take, for instance, the world of business. Companies fight tooth and nail to stay ahead, adopting strategies that are Machiavellian in nature. The ends justify the means. They may employ aggressive marketing tactics, launch smear campaigns against competitors, or even exploit legal loopholes to gain an edge. This is the essence of Machiavellianism, doing whatever it takes to achieve one's goals. Similarly, in the political arena, Machiavelli's teachings continue to influence leaders and policymakers. His philosophy of maintaining power at all costs is evident in the politics of many nations. Leaders often resort to manipulation, deceit, and even force to retain control and influence. This is not a criticism, but an observation of how Machiavelli's philosophy has permeated our society. On a personal level, Machiavellianism plays a role in human relationships as well. It's in the way we negotiate our social and professional lives, how we navigate conflicts, and how we strive for success. We might not consciously follow Machiavelli's doctrines, but aspects of his philosophy are ingrained in our behavior. Machiavelli's philosophy, as you see, is not just a relic of the past, but a guide for the present and the future. It provides us with a framework to understand the dynamics of power and influence, and the lengths people will go to maintain it. As long as power structures exist, Machiavelli's teachings will remain relevant, shedding light on the intricate game of power that is as old as civilization itself. Let's summarize the essence of Machiavellian philosophy. We've journeyed through time, reliving the riveting life of Niccolo Machiavelli, the man who penned The Prince, a masterpiece that has influenced generations. His astute understanding of power dynamics and human nature continues to resonate in our daily lives. Machiavelli's philosophy isn't a guide to tyranny, rather, it's a manual on understanding the intricate weave of human behavior. It nudges us to observe, to analyze, and to adapt. His insights, when applied to personal growth, can help us navigate the labyrinth of life with a clearer vision, a sharper mind, and a more robust spirit. We've explored the Machiavellian mindset, a perspective that encourages us to be strategic thinkers, to be adaptable, and to understand the world as it is, not as we wish it to be. This mindset doesn't advocate for manipulation, but emphasizes the importance of being aware, being prepared, and being resilient. Machiavelli's philosophy, in its essence, is a call to action. It compels us to embrace the unpredictability of life, to strategize our steps, and to grow from our experiences. It's a philosophy that echoes the importance of personal growth and strategic thinking in a world that's constantly in flux. In today's context, Machiavelli's philosophy is more relevant than ever. As the world becomes increasingly complex, understanding human nature, being strategic in our decisions, and constantly nurturing personal growth are paramount. It's not about wielding power, but about understanding the dynamics of power and using this knowledge to navigate the world. So, as we conclude this journey, let's remember the key takeaways from Machiavelli's philosophy. It's not about manipulation or tyranny, It's about understanding the world, growing from our experiences, and strategizing our path forward. Remember, Machiavelli's philosophy isn't about manipulation. It's about understanding human nature, strategic thinking, and personal growth. Embrace it, and you embrace a powerful tool for success.